Hey, welcome all to Bro Billionaire. This is Raghu here. Hope you had a good expiry. Um, Today, we wanted to inform you that we will be bringing a new series where you guys can trade along with me. And the whole idea of this is to ensure the new traders know how to trade and try to overcome the fear of greed and fear and greed and fear. Okay, so market, as you know, you should know technical aspect of the market, which just around 10% weightage, then money management, then trading psychology, which has the biggest percentage in terms of overall trading. So technical analysis, anybody can learn. You can learn along with me. But trading psychology and money management is something which most of you guys fail, and a lot of folks book less profit when in trend or book more losses when there is no trend. Now, how to overcome these aspects or these challenges? So this is where we want to make a difference by helping you understand how price action and pivot works, and you can trade with us. No questions asked, everything is free. Our motto is to ensure that everybody learns and make money. And we are here to make tons and tons of money, and we can make those tons and tons of money only if we perfect the way of trading. So please do subscribe, and then subscribe to our Telegram channel as well, where we will give the calls and you guys can shadow trade. I myself, Raghu, I'm a program manager, and the disclaimer is I'm not a SEBI registered analyst. I'm a part-time trader, and all the trades I post is only for learning purpose, and you do have stop loss, and whenever I exit, I tell I'm going to exit whatever the loss I have, and even if I'm booking the profit, I'll let you guys know I'm exiting, and this is the amount of profit I have made. And at the end of the day, we can review the recording session and see what went well, what went wrong, so that you can understand the way of trading. Please note that there are a lot of YouTube channels, big traders, where they charge hefty amounts to teach this, but we are teaching this free of cost. So please do provide us your encouragement and support, so that along with us, we together can make a difference to the trading community. This was the recording I did today. Unfortunately, I will be recording more sessions and sharing tomorrow. I'm not going to share it today. This is where I entered. Watch the market. This is where, after the R4 Cambrilla was broken, I entered. So my price was somewhere around 34.5, 17,050. See here, it is 35.1. I was in 835 loss. So whatever profit I made in the morning, I had lost. So I was done with my today's trading. However, I saw an opportunity, thought I will record this. That is where I recorded. My entry price was 34.6 or something. See, it is currently in 33.7. So at the end of the day, if you can see how much I made, around 50, right? This is where I exited. So I waited here. Why I exited? Okay, let's review it. Okay, 50 rupees, I exited. Only 2 lots. Now this is our trade. So this is our, we'll review that later. This is our day-to-day trade. Okay, we have ascending CPR. Ascending CPR means market is in uptrend. You know, we have a trend line. So market is going along the trend line. We have a gap up as well. And I keep reminding you that above R1, above R1 normal pivot, above H4 Cambrilla pivot, it is always a breakout. And I do combine both Cambrilla and standard pivots. And my idea is above R1, it's a breakout. Above H4, it's a breakout. All right. So this is how you need to understand. It's not about the lines. Below that, it's a sell zone. Below R1, sell zone. Below R4 is a sell zone. Below R3, it's a sell zone. CPR, support. So You can watch my 2-hour long video on price action and pivots. Yes, it is 2 hours, but I do know that some of you pay a lot of money to go and learn somewhere, but I have provided you a fantastic learning opportunity. Go ahead and learn if you want to trade on your own. And also there is a separate video on candle pivots as well, how to use candle pivots. You can watch that. But right now, okay, I entered here. Why? This was a breakout. Okay, I did enter and took a stop loss because this was an inside bar. Now this kind of reversal pin bar forming at the top is a high probability, forming at the bottom is a low probability because market tends to reverse. My first hint, immediately exited my what do you call PE trades. Now after that, you saw the price action. Market tested R4, candle tried to come down, and then the doji. After doji, market just boomed up, and then it was a reversal pin bar. But the reversal pin bar head is still green, and it did not close below doji. So the next candle broke out of R4. This is where I entered, keeping my stop loss below R4. Right. So always ensure that you enter a trade near pivots so that your stop loss is very close by, or double top, double bottom breakout. So this is a double top. So if I had waited here, this was the supply zone. All right. So there are various way of combining technical analysis. So we had a sharp downtrend from H5 candle, and then bias tries to push up, formed a kind of doji, indecisive, and then sellers took down. So this had a lot of supply where when the market comes, people tend to push it down. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 candles went sideways before a breakout. So this is where I exited after entering here. And I have also told you I use triple EMA. So triple EMA, this is 34 EMA, this is 15, this is 8 EMA, 5 EMA. So above 5, see the 5 EMA from the bottom. After H4 went, it has gone above 15 EMA, indicating momentum uptrend. So if you are too afraid, remember guys, the EMAs, moving averages, indicators, everything is lagging. If you know price action, this comes first, the price action, what I showed you for your trade and exit. But if you're too afraid, today, it's a volatile day, expiry, premium will be expiring, then use EMA and follow 5 EMA. So this 5 EMA, this golden crossover of 250, 20, miniature version is 34, 15, and 5 EMA. I have shot 2 separate videos on this. Please do watch and see how to trade. This indicates change in trend on 15 minutes whenever a crossover happens. And there are some specific strategies, high probable trades when this happens about 200 MA. All right. So do watch. If you're too afraid, only use this. So this is where I exited. Yes, after breakout it gave, but this was a false breakout. Was there a way to identify this false breakout? Yes, there is another video which I have shot to identify RSI divergence. Peak to peak, upside, watch from this peak to this peak, downside. Where did the breakout happen? The breakout happened here. But where is the RSI momentum? The RSI momentum is not showing greater than the earlier one. So there is a hint that the momentum may not increase, and you should have waited for a further follow-up considering today is an expiry. Anybody who traded here burned their hands. So there are a lot of trading learning videos which I have shared. Please do watch and make use of it. So do you need to use triple EMA? Honestly, no. But as a beginner, you will be afraid when price goes up and down. My earlier 15 points video, which I shot today, that took around 50 minutes. So how many of you can hold it for 50 minutes when the option premium is not moving at all? So it will create a lot of doubts, self-doubts in the market, and you might exit with 3-4 points profit, right? So to overcome that, you can use triple EMA and follow 5 EMA, keeping if the between 5 and 15 minutes is too wide, keep 5 EMA as a stop loss. If a 5 minutes candle closes below 5 EMA, exit. Or if you're a risk taker, 15 minutes is ideal, because 15 minutes and 15 EMA and 34 EMA both supports in uptrend, and in downtrend acts as resistance. Anyway, what about tomorrow? So this is, we are still in a wedge pattern. We have RSI divergence on 5 minutes. Do we see it on 15 minutes? Yes. See here, it's very evident, isn't it? The peaks are at the same level, but RSI is showing a huge divergence. How about 30 minutes? Yes. So we are seeing divergence on larger time frame as well. So hourly, yes, very slow. The momentum is just barely around 60, but we do see some kind of two peaks are down. Now, when you see this wide, what do you call, raising wedge in a downtrend is always negative. Do not chase it. So if you are a stock trader, you have a great advantage trading patterns. Remember, market is not one way. We retailers should follow one thing. I don't follow open interest, I don't follow news, I don't even watch global news. For me, the way I am practicing is I want to capture everything based on technical analysis and on the charts. That's the reason, along with pivot, I do use a lot of other indicators to measure the momentum or see the patterns. Now, this raising wedge here, volume is great. See the volume. And in the raising wedge, volumes dries up. It initially looks like channel, volume dries up, eventually it falls. So if you see the daily time frame, see it's a doji candle. Market does not have conviction because the larger trend is downtrend. Intraday trend was up because of gap up, but still we did not see follow through. Even yesterday we had a very small follow through, although it's gapping up, it's sideways. Now this is the range we are in. If market breaks S1 above, you can anticipate further upside till 17,200, 17,300. If market breaks S1 pivot, you can anticipate the gap fill at 16,968. And then once this is broken, it can come down to 16,932 and further. So what are the levels I have marked? These are the levels I have for you guys. It's the same levels. See how the levels work today. The daily candle itself is in between the level. And when you shorten, look at the hourly candle. You can go ahead and check my yesterday's video for level and day before yesterday's video. And if you have any doubts on my levels, you put your comment. You can blame me that my levels went wrong. Do you see where this sharp pin bar came? This is where I entered those, that 70,050 C. See, it right exactly took support. Where did it took resistance? Absolutely here. Now, all these levels are nothing but the pivots. Pivots captures them amazingly. So you need not follow any levels if you know how to use the pivots. But some of the people who watch my video needs level. That's the reason I have drawn them. Are these based on pivots? No, it's purely based on price action. But these pivots will be captured by floor pivots as well as candle pivots. So again, these are the levels. If this high is broken, 17,170, 17,200, then 17,300. If low is broken, 17,967, and below that, yeah, it can come till 17,852. Now this is a very wide area and we have a raising wedge. The wedge pattern seems to be broken, and if tomorrow, if it breaks S1, you need to anticipate wherever you have a big gap, those gaps will be filled. That is how you need to trade. So you have a greater chance of market momentum in this wide area after S1 is broken. Hope this helped, guys. So if you are interested to trade with me, please do subscribe, or YouTube, you have to subscribe to receive the link, and then post a comment. We will reach out to you and we will add you, and there are no clauses, there are no conditions. Everything is free of cost. When we provide the call, it will have the stop loss, so you have to use the stop loss and then go for 1:2 or pivot to pivot trading. So, and myself, Raghu, if I am entering, I will tell I'm entering, you can follow. If I am exiting, I will tell I'm exiting. Thank you all. Have a good day.